Welcome back to Embrace Personal Growth video 4. In this video, I would like to talk about the 6 reasons why we put personal growth on the back burner, why we don't see it as a priority. Most of us know that personal growth and development is important, and we should place a priority on our growth needs. We have learned why it's important. We've read what the experts have said. So why is it that some of us choose to ignore what is best for us and place our own needs last? Why do people let their personal growth languish on the back burner without any flame to heat their learning and development? Well, there are lots of reasons. Do any of these reasons sound familiar? I expect others to take care of me. I think others will think I'm selfish. I don't think my goals are that important. I'm just too busy saving other people. I'm afraid to speak the truth. I'm conditioned to accept toxic relationships. These are excuses, but I'd like to take a little closer look at them to see what they mean in real terms. Well, some of us put personal growth on the back burner because we expect others to take care for us. Perhaps we have a tendency to believe that if we take care of others, others will take care of us. This is fine in theory, but more often than not, it doesn't work. Here we're talking about self-care, which is often called compassionate care of the self. We can't keep giving without looking after ourselves. Sacrificing oneself to the detriment of self-growth, development, doesn't do us or the other people any real favors. So if we don't take care of ourselves appropriately, we may allow others to take advantage of our generosity, become dependent on us to the extent that we buy into their behavior, and we become codependent to their dependency. Or others might treat us as pushovers, or worse, we throw them a lifesaver but find ourselves drowning from the lack of self-care. The point here is that we need to care for ourselves in order to care for others. And the only person we can really count on in life is ourselves, which means we have to take responsibility to care for ourselves. The great teacher Jesus said, "Love your neighbor as yourself," which means love yourself so that you can love them. Some people put it on the back burner thinking that others will see them as selfish. Let's dispel that notion that others will see us as selfish once and for all. The notion that others will view us as selfish is the number one reason why people choose to avoid taking care of their needs. They equate self-care to selfishness. But really, the opposite is true. As we have learned, taking care of self is the right thing to do, as it makes us stronger and happier, and so we have more energy to offer in meaningful ways. Taking care of our needs for growth and learning contributes to less stress. We learn about what is stressing us and how to cope with it, which gives us better coping mechanism in times of adversity. If you recall, we talked about resilience, and that really is a coping mechanism in times of adversity. We have the ability to overcome obstacles, go around them, over them, under them. And because we're spending some time in caring for ourselves, we become healthier. We become healthier so that we can help others. Consider the airplane analogy. You can't help others in the event of an emergency unless you put on your oxygen mask first. Focusing on your needs enables you to care for yourself as well as others, which is never a selfish thing. Sometimes we put personal growth and development on the back burner because our goals are not really important. When we have low self-worth, it is hard to believe that our goals are important and that our happiness matters to others, or that even our goals are worth pursuing. Lack of self-love often results in ignoring our personal needs in favor of those of others. But learning to love ourselves is a huge part of personal growth. And once we see that we are worthy of everything we want to achieve, we will begin to realize that working toward our goals and focusing on those things that will improve us is our most important goal. Dennis Waitley, who wrote the famous book, The Psychology of Winning, said, "Personal development is the belief that you are worth the effort, the time, and energy needed to develop yourself." Sometimes we put it on the back burner because we have a savior syndrome. And no doubt people have good intentions in their pursuit to help others. But often these good intentions have negative consequences. So when we say we are too busy saving other people, we're really focusing not on the good intentions, but on how those good intentions become problematic. Psychologists describe this type of behavior as the savior syndrome, and refers to people who have strong tendency to seek out people who need help and to assist them, but at the expense of their own needs. There are many good reasons to save people, but when it borders on the extreme, it may deplete us of our energy, and like we said earlier, enable others. While our motives may be in the right place, they may overshadow the other's ability to take responsibility for their own behavior and develop their own motivation to help themselves. So how can we avoid this savior trap? Well, here are a few suggestions. Talk about your emotions with your family, friends, and colleagues. Get out what is bothering you in this area. Set boundaries with other individuals that allow for balance and allow for balance in the caring process. And really that means setting boundaries for yourself. And weigh options before saying yes to give yourself time. Think about the pros and the cons. And maybe a no is more appropriate at that time than an answer yes to the situation. Surface your own intentions and redefine what you mean by caring and helping others, and explore your choices. Share the responsibility of caring with others. You don't have to carry the burden all by yourself. And learn to let go. Learn to let go once you have done your best. People sometimes do not want to let go. In essence, they're creating their own dependency on the situation. And another way to overcome it is to seek a coach. Someone who will give an objective assessment of your interpersonal relationships and help you work through the dependency syndrome. Sometimes we put personal development and growth in the back burner because we don't want to face our own truth. We avoid the real work of self-actualization because underneath our facade, we must face the reality that we too are flawed individuals and we mess up. For some, this realization shakes their confidence, and they shout out the work of acknowledging those things they don't like. They close the proverbial door and don't want to look inside and face their own truth. But when we find ourselves closing our inner doors, it's time to be honest and face ourselves in the mirror. This takes courage, but in the end, we will feel much better and open up new opportunities for us. If we really want to journey towards self-actualization, then we need to take the necessary steps to uncover our own truth. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." This brings a close to video 4, and the next video in this series about embracing personal growth begins the concept of working on embracing personal growth. And I will explore 5 strategies in this area and 5 strategies for goal attainment. Take care, be well, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.